Hello, and welcome to the Monster Sanctuary Tournament Circuit. Today we're going to be casting the quarterfinals of the 5th tournament of Season 1 in the grid draft format. I'm PT.
And I'm Marsh. This match will be between Barrel and Red.
And so here we have the drafting phase. In a grid draft, the players alternate selecting a row or column from a 3x3 square of randomly selected monsters. And whichever monsters they select are taken off the board, and then the other player, as you can see, does not have access to them even if they pick that row or that column. And so each player alternates going first for the different squares, so now it's Barrel's pick.
Yeah, so Barrel is blue here and Red is orange. So pretty much the maximum amount of monsters you can get for this format is 12. But usually, often what happens is that two good monsters are in a row, even though your opponent picked a perpendicular one. So you wouldn't want the three monsters. You would want to pick the two that synergize well.
So as we can see, both players have already chosen quality over quantity at least once. It looks like Red has a solid buff team coming together, and Barrel has some powerful sorcery and some shock synergies.
Yeah, some good debuff synergy on Barrel's side, particularly shock, and there's also some chill with Dracosul. And on Red's side, I do see King Blob and Vertrag together, which could be some stalling maybe. And there's also Dodo and Grummy, which also has some debuffs.
I also noticed that Red has Brutus and may have the support to make that work. Brutus is always very powerful. And
yeah,
on Barrel's side, it looks like we can probably expect a sort of shock sorcery build between Eagle, Glodra, Beetleoid, Thanatos, and Draconov, all very powerful with buffs in general and sorcery in particular.
I actually expect Blade Widow to come in at some point, just because it has bronze over brains, so it works on a sorcery team.
Yep, there's also a possibility. Red has some powerful charge options, some might options, and here we are into game 1. So, as we can see, Barrel on the left has chosen to go first as the higher seed.
Yeah, looks like Barrel decided to go with more of a shock team rather than a sorcery team.
They're definitely not all in on sorcery. It looks like Red has decided to go for a sort of slower buff charge build.
Yeah, although it can be a bit slow, Beetleoid and Targo put so many charges really fast. They apply charge so quick that it can wipe very quickly. On Red side, it seems to be very tanky and quite a slow rolled build.
The Barrel took the first turn just to set up. We'll see what Red can do to counter.
Yeah.
Starting with a full heal. Getting lots of buffs and charges on Polteroffen. I saw 3 barriers. Polteroffen's already going to be very difficult to take down.
Yeah, it's possible. Red would try to set up this turn since Polteroffen doesn't have enough shield to make a really strong shield burst yet, or volatile shield.
But most of Polteroffen's damage comes from charge and that volatile shield proc.
That Blade Widow already has 48 charge stacks. It should, yeah. It has a very good neutral. It has very good neutral damage and herb damage, so the coverage is very good against the Vertrag since it's weak to neutral.
And with that Killing Dance passive, it gets back most of the charge stacks it spent, ready to do the same thing again next turn.
Yeah, it does pretty crazy damage, so you could expect it to kill almost every single turn. So it should be a very high priority target for Red here.
So here we have Red shielding up Polteroffen. Looks like it's ready for an attack. 39 charge and a full bar of shield.
Yeah, red will probably try to proc the protect of Targot, so yeah.
Exactly
so he
what
can
we're seeing.
directly attack Blade Widow.
Blade Widow does have a full shield, but it is a very fragile monster, and Polteroffen takes it out. So...
Yeah, looks like Barrel decides to switch in another very strong charge monster, so it should be able to attack pretty strongly even first turn.
Doesn't look like it can pick up the kill though. Just
Yeah,
breaks through King Blob's shield.
Yeah, Barrel probably try to set up a bit here since Fire Pillar applies buffs.
And Targot is protecting the team again, so Red will have to work around that to make progress.
Yeah, Red will probably have to break the protect with Dodo quite often, so it will actually cut back on some of the healing that he would have gotten otherwise, which is quite a big strength of full protect as a move.
Or maybe Red's just gonna take the turn to set up and let Polteroffen build up more charge. There's a fire shield.
Yeah, it's good to apply some debuffs just to it almost gives some nerves to your opponent just seeing Polteroffen get more and more charge.
And looks like taunt from Dodo blocks the Thunder Strike. Don't know if it would have taken out King Blob, but Dodo doesn't even break through the shield.
Yeah, Dodo is really tanky, so it doesn't take much damage from that. Very useful taunt.
And also that weakness on Eagle cutting into its damage significantly.
Yeah, that's one possible drawback from this lineup from Barrel's side. It doesn't have a much debuff removal, other than Restoring Wand, possibly.
Yeah, aside from maybe that and Targot's ultimate, not a lot. Dodo breaking through the protect.
This should be enough to kill to pop the affinity at least.
Yep. Lots of misses. Volatile Shield still hits, but the burn is nowhere near enough to finish Eagle off. It has now 31 charge stacks to fire back with, but the damage previews aren't looking that good.
Yeah, it looks like it doesn't kill. So possibly a Barrel will have to play it pretty riskily and try to set up for another turn just to get more charge on the Eagle, and maybe take off the weakness stack. Or yeah.
Red's team just seems too bulky for Eagle to take down in a single turn cycle. Dodo breaks protect again.
It might be enough to finish off Eagle here.
Yep.
24 charge stacks aren't that much, but it could still kill since Eagle isn't fully healed.
Does have a full shield for Volatile Shield. Decides to wait another turn. Which does give Barrel one more opportunity to try and break through.
Yeah, possibly not great previews there.
And looks like Barrel takes the turn to use an antidote on Eagle to get rid of that weakness. Another Fire Pillar still isn't enough to take out the King Blob.
Yeah, King Blob is just so incredibly tanky and has no weaknesses to actual attacks. So it's very hard to remove. And also, it has free barrier stacks right now, so it's incredibly tanky.
Poltereffen's multi-barrier definitely helping out the team a lot. All three actually.
Yeah, this might turn
3 stacks. And
yeah, all the supports on Barrel's side have a bunch of barrier stacks as well, so this could go for quite a bit if it doesn't kill.
And Eagle.
Oh, but it
down.
does.
So Barrel brings in Drakazul here.
Yeah, Drakazul is quite an interesting pick, I think. It doesn't synergize with Charge that much.
Does a lot of damage to Polterofen though, and those chill stacks. Polterofen has a lot of mana charging. It really likes mana regen, and those chill stacks will cut into that.
Yeah, and Drakazul has quite good water attacks, so it will hit super effectively. But yeah, the infinity stacks are here, so the damage should be ramped up massively. So setting up might be even riskier than before.
The way things look right now, I would say that Red is probably favored to win Game 1. And comes a lava stream, and Drakazul is down. So it's possible that this is a damage Glodra, but Barrel may be in the situation of trying to play with 3 supports and no damage dealers.
Yeah, Glodra isn't exactly known for being a DPS, but it could do enough damage, possibly.
It's like it's not.
Yeah, the previews weren't great there.
So Barrel has chosen to go first again, and it looks like has subbed in Mogwai. I don't think Red has made any changes to their team, though.
Yeah, Mogwai is an interesting choice here. Since it has water attacks, I think possibly Barrel will try to, bring it out first turn. But it looks like Red saw it coming, more or less. So put Polterofen in the back.
So Mogwai, lots of damage, but not quite enough for a kill.
Yeah, and Red has two healers, so not getting a kill is quite detrimental, since Red can just bring Kenko back to full pretty easily.
And with King Blob's Purify, that wound stack won't even matter, since the stack gets removed before the heal is applied.
Many channel stacks, which is pretty. Yeah, and recently Dodo got channeling balance. Not all that recently, but Dodo has channeling balance now, which will help ramp the damage up from those channel stacks.
And Kenko has multi-channel and double overcast, and it does a lot of damage and takes out Mogwai.
Yeah, absolute massive damage. Since Kenko also has buff catalyst and very high critical damage, it can just deal massive damage.
But this time we see Eagle doing a lot more damage.
Yeah, taking out King Blob early here is quite good for Barrel here, since King Blob is so tanky and very annoying to deal with. Just constantly healing and purifying the entire team.
So now, with 5 stacks of sorcery, Eagle's going to be a lot stronger this time around. But we'll see what Red can do next. Vertrag is out now. Starting off with ultra speed to buff up.
Since Targo isn't out yet, it might be a lot easier to remove Eagle, since there's no Protect to break. And Dodo can actually use Helping Hand instead of trying to break Protect.
Vertrag just shield.
Looks like Red set up a bit, but the Eagle it does pop the affinity.
Now up to 6 sorcery stacks on that Eagle. Let's see.
Yeah, Glodra has good combo building, so this. Oh wow! Okay.
That
very big taunt there.
Definitely would have taken out Kenko between that preview and Eagle's Sure Strike, bypassing the dodge. But that taunt blocks the attack, and Dodo is still around and at half health.
Yeah, it's very likely that Kenko will be able to take out the Eagle now, so Red is in a pretty favorable position.
Indeed, Kenko does take out Eagle with that Severe Cuts.
Yeah, if Barrel doesn't set up quickly enough, then he will run out of DPSs very quickly, since he only has Drakazil left.
Ice Breath.
Fortunately for him, Drakazil has triple barrier, which, yeah, Drakazil is in 4 barrier stacks right now, so can possibly survive this hit, but we will see.
He is weak to physical though, and Kenko has powerful physical attacks.
That's true. It might be a lot less close than I think.
Severe Cuts, and barely survives. Red.
But yeah, that, wow.
Red didn't quite pick up the kill,
Since
and now Barrel has a chance to try and make something happen.
Yeah, if Barrel doesn't make it happen this turn, then Drakazil will probably die next turn, so this is a very important turn.
Doesn't have very good previews on Kenko though, goes for a Snow Veil targeting Dodo instead.
I don't know if that will be good enough, since Red has 2 DPSs out now.
Drakazil survived last round and has a pretty high shield bar. Possibly,
yeah.
And that chill, Kenko is very mana hungry, and that chill is cutting into that. Ultraofen gonna take some time to ramp up.
Yeah, Kenko might not be enough to kill here, so Barrel does have a chance of winning this still. But it does.
It anyway, and
I'm not sure what Barrel has left here.
I
don't think Glodra can... Yeah, since last match, Glodra wasn't showing great damage.
Beetleoid's built up a lot of charge, but previews aren't good enough, and we're on to game 3. And if Red...
Yeah, usually Beetleoid needs much more stacks.
If Red wins this, then that is the match, and it looks like Barrel has changed up their team again, pulling in Thanatos and bringing back Blade Widow.
Yeah, very strong first turn opener, so it should be able to take out at least one monster on Red's side.
We'll see what Red picks. Same lead as in game 2, but now we have for Red. But now we have Barrel having Blade Widow take out Kenko immediately. It's a much better start than the previous games.
Yeah, I think bringing out Dodo on Red's part was a good plan since it has Taunt, but it's just too inconsistent.
And Leaf Slash bypasses Kenko's high dodge. Now Polterofen is in, and Polterofen is a lot bulkier. Interesting to see if Blade Widow can break through it the same way.
Yeah, Red will probably get a bunch of barrier stacks this turn, so I'm not sure if Blade Widow will be able to just one-shot Polterofen here.
I don't know if it has the shield and charge to actually attack, though. Blade Widow is fragile, but only 10 charge and half a shield bar. Red chooses to take another turn to set up instead. So here we have another full offense. Blade Widow's now at 5 might stacks. And protected by target. And look at those previews.
That is scary. I imagine it will definitely kill something.
Goes for the fatal cut. Maybe it'll kill 2 things. Oh.
Oh, it missed though. Still managed to take it out with bleed.
That does not trigger Killing Dance. Blade Widow doesn't get the charge back. Still, that was a huge turn. And Barrel...
Yeah, that's one possible drawback of Killing Dance, since the bleed doesn't trigger it for some reason.
Barrel might not need the charge stacks with 6 monsters left, while Red only has 3.
Yeah, probably not. Barrel will manage to get back a lot of its charge stacks anyway.
So, Nitar breaks to protect, but Polterorphan just goes for the fire shield.
Yeah, I don't think Red has the time to set up here, since Blade Widow is so incredibly powerful here.
It's got a massive pile of buffs on it. I think it has all the buffs it can. And Vertrag is down. And down to 2 monsters, Red forfeits. So the score is now 1-2, and we're on to game 4. So now Red has chosen to go first, still with the same team. Same teams on both sides this time around.
Yeah, it looks like Barrel decides to keep Blade Widow in the back, since it could get easily targeted and killed first turn.
Much too fragile to lead with when going second.
Although Mogwai is extremely fragile as well.
So, we haven't seen Red take the first turn before. We'll see what it does. Probably just going to set up with some shields. The Arcane Shield.
That could be enough to attack first turn, but I don't think it would
Probably
kill.
Probably not.
It.
And yep, goes for the Fire Shield instead.
Mogwai could likely be enough to kill the Polterorphan here, since it has strong water attacks, but yeah, that looks like a great preview.
And interesting to note that it appears Mogwai is running Ancestral Metal to get that age stack.
Yeah, perhaps Barrow planned to take it out first turn, since Ancestral Metal is commonly run to get a very strong first turn.
Normally Mogwai, I think, builds a lot of crit, but maybe it had enough without the other item options. So now we have Kenko out. That is buffing up team. Vertrag attacks to break protect.
Yeah. Ironically uses Arcane Diffusion. That does take it down, but now that Blade Widow is out, since it has Leaf Slash, it's very likely that it will kill the Kenko.
Blade Widow
here.
has very good options against Kenko and Vertrag. And there we go. It triggers Killing Dance to get back its charge.
Well, Minotaur is out now, and we haven't seen it with 2 supports yet, so it'll be interesting to see how it would deal with Blade Widow here.
Blade Widow is protected by Targot, but...
Yeah, Red will probably try to break the protect here.
One interesting thing, though, is that if it's attacking, Vertrag is not building up charge for a lethal gravity later in the game. Red probably decided that with the pace of this game, that they're probably not going to get enough charge on Vertrag to do that, and instead is just using it to break the protects.
Yeah, there's a lot of strong monsters out, so quite fast teams. Yeah, Minotaur goes down, so there might not be enough time for Vertrag to even build up the charge necessary.
Red is, again, down to 3 supports, but Vertrag can do a lot more as an attacker than Glodra has. So, we'll see if the game continues. Looks like it's... Barrel's in a strong position here,
yeah,
but the game is definitely not over.
Barrel is the favorite to win, yeah, but possibly Vertrag can do enough damage.
All Red really needs to do is take out the Eagle, but with good damage preview, but the Eagle misses the kill, and Dodo's still around.
Yeah, but now that Eagle has so many buffs on it. I'm not sure that Dodo can survive another turn even on almost full shield. It looks like Red does want to keep it alive though, so I'm not sure if Red can take out the Eagle since it has affinity as well, but he's definitely going to try.
Good. Applying more shield and more charge. No protect though. Thanatos adding another stack of glory. And
yeah, Eagle is on full offensive buffs now. That full offense only applied 2 buffs.
And another problem for Red, if Eagle does enough damage, it applies blind. Fortunately, King Blob is able to take care of that, so the chance is still there to come back with Vertrag.
Yeah, Red. I'm not sure if Red is running Gravity, but he would be wishing that he did if he didn't.
Almost always runs Gravity, though. Question is whether it can build up enough charge before Eagle takes it out. And Understrike.
Yep, that's probably going to be a forfeit here.
And now it is going into Game 5, final game of the match.
Looks like the same lineup.
So, and I think the same leads.
Different opener from Red, though. Really? Dodo's... well, Dodo is out here, so... Perhaps Red is anticipating like its strong targeting towards Kenko to try to taunt it.
Yep. And Mogwai goes down first turn. And Barrel taking a moment to think. But again, we see Blade Widow. And Thanatos using that full offense. Lots and lots of might buffs. Oh, but this time, Dodo blocks the Leaf Slash. This game go very differently.
Yeah, that was a very big taunt. If Red can take out the Blade Widow, Red will be in a very good position to win this.
Yep. And again,
a lot of buffs and charges.
Shift passive for Kenko. It means a lot more buffs going around. Dodo breaks the protect. Can Kenko take out the Blade Widow? Answer is probably. The answer is yes. Now.
Now that Spectral Eagle is out, Barrel only has 1 DPS left, so he has to make it count.
Goes for a Fire Pillar on Dodo. Doesn't quite get the kill, and the leftover bleed isn't enough.
Yeah, it looks like Barrel will have to deal with some more taunts.
It looks like maybe Dodo is running the Slime Skin, that weakness proc. A lot of taunt monsters tend to run Slime Skin to trigger weakness on attackers when taunt triggers. And
pops the affinity, but the debuffs are not enough to kill it. I'm not sure if Eagle can survive another turn here since Barrel is out of healers.
Another taunt protects Kenko again.
Yeah, Red is in a very, very good position to win this. He just has to take out Spectral Eagle, and there's only Glodra left as DPS, pretty much.
Whereas...
And Glodra has not shown a good a good amount of damage in the
whereas
matches
red
previously.
has 2 very durable supports and 3 powerful damage options left. And Eagle goes down.
And that is enough. Yeah, I'm not sure Glodra can do enough damage here, but maybe with full offense
Definitely
it
a
could.
possibility. Instead, goes with Solar Blaze to set up, and looks like Thanatos is going on the offense. It's not something you see very frequently.
Yeah, it looks like it doesn't do enough damage, but possibly with enough charge from Targo, it could.
So,
Although I do doubt it will survive an overturn.
it's not over until it's over. Let's see how the game goes. But those Severe Cuts takes down Targoat, and Barrel forfeits, and the winner is red.
Yeah, that was an interesting series of matches. Pretty close.
Both teams.
Looks like Blade Widow was quite the MVP on Barrel's side, but since it died round 5 there, it was just not able to dish out the same damage since it wasn't in the field
Taunt from
anymore.
Dodo. Taunt is a powerful ability, can swing entire games, and we definitely saw that here. That let Red's own squishy attack
Yeah,
swing around.
Taunt is just incredibly useful. Yeah, Taunt it's just one of those moves can completely just switch the course of the game. It was somewhat similar to how Goblin Miner swung games in the United Nations
But all in all,
tournaments.
an excellent match by both players, and thanks for watching.